idea is these guys know more about the internet and the computer and how to make that thing jump up and bark. More than you should be able to how to this. And so with that, I want to get right back into your story, Jennifer. And I want to talk about when you're working with a business and you've gotten them graded. There's several components. Now they've done that. They found out that they've got a 42 like I had, and now they've got to get saved. And what do we begin to do?
Okay. So first thing is your foundation. It's no different than building a house. You've got to build a foundation on the internet, which starts with your website. You got a million things you have to be able to connect to, so having that foundation to be able to streamline those processes is critical. So building a site that is integrated with all of the things it has to be, which means you have your core website, which is your static information. You have a blog, which is dynamic, and your traditional blogs that are ongoing and running page after page after page are kind of being replaced by more categorized and organized blogs so that you can actually write by category. You can have a tip of the week, a tip of the day, new technology, whatever products or services you want to feature as well. You can do customer testimonials using a blog. Also, it needs to be integrated with your social media networks, the ability for people to follow you on Twitter, follow you on Facebook, follow you on LinkedIn. In addition to that, you'll notice on some websites, and if you have a chance, visit Compliments International, look at the bottom of the site, and you're going to see a series of icons. And a lot of sites, you'll see them say share and save. And what that does is that allows you to manage your external marketing and push your website and anything you put on your website, the content, out to those social media networks. Everything from Dig and Dug, which are article networks, to MSN or Google, which are directory listings, to Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, which are more social networks. You also have your media networks, your Video Me and your YouTube and so forth. And you've got to be able to go to one place. If you had to log into all of those, and this is where you'll see the operations part come out, you have to log in every one of those networks in order to be able to post or market your business. It would take hours, tens and tens of thousands of hours. But if you start with the core, which is your website, you post to one location, and you simply press a button to push that information, disseminate it out to all of those different markets. And that's the must, absolutely critical.
Okay, let me just get something. I know a lot of people are sitting there going, okay, I just lost her. She literally created 3 more jobs for me instead of just the one that I already work 80 hours a week at.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here thinking about that going, okay, but then you said something to me. It's not just like I think about spending 15 minutes a day on Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook and all the other social sites that are out there, and they're literally, if you get into that arena, they tend to grow 6 a day. And but that takes up so much. That could take up so much of your day. So one entry, one place, your site, not others, your site, and then it sends itself out, which also connects back. I understand the technology, right? Backlinks back to your site, and that increases your ranking, right?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Every one of the, you have different types of networks, and we talked about directory listings, we talked about article submissions, we talked about social media, about medias and video and audio, blogging, podcasting, videos through YouTube. All of these things, it is time consuming. So the best thing I can recommend is outsource it. If you can't do it, you really don't have a choice. It's not going away. It's definitely not going away, and it's just going to become more cumbersome. But the thing is, the children today, those children are going to be our competitors. And I'm not talking about the teenagers at Starbucks taking their orders. I'm talking about the 6, 7, 8, and 9-year-olds that were born knowing how to use an iPhone.
Right.
They can reach millions in minutes, but it's no sweat to them. They didn't learn it like our teenagers did right now. They, with the texting fad and all of that, and yes, they can reach millions, and they can do things we never dreamed of. We don't have the luxury of saying, I can't do that, or I don't know how to do that. You have 2 choices. A, learn it and do it, or B, get an expert to manage it for you. And that's really a service that we provide and take pride in the fact that for those individuals or those businesses that don't feel or can't do it efficiently, because it takes them 50 hours to do something that it takes us 2 hours to do. That we can provide that.
Now.
I know.
so, so penny conscious, we lose massive dollars because the only thing we've got that's a real commodity, so to speak, is time.
Right.
And so that's the one thing that I just encourage you guys to really connect with Jennifer on, is get her to not just set up the site, but then go in and begin to manage all of those different key components. And but what do they get out of that? I mean, when you connect with somebody like that, when you build that engine, I mean, you hand somebody a Ferrari, now what?
Yeah. There is a few different components. One, if people are concerned about budget, most of the time, because we are more in business strategy and development, we can take a look at everything that they're currently doing, and we can figure out how to carve out that budget to be able to make that happen. It's not as expensive as people think because we're faster.
Right.
Like we said, we have a team of heads. They are very, very fast. So it's not that expensive. So we can typically go in, and if they're open with us, they can tell us what they're currently investing in to market their business, and we can trim a lot of that fat and get that out of the way and get them centered around an organic, permanent marketing platform. Permanent meaning it's going to continue to grow on an ongoing basis. It's not a one-time. You buy it, it's posted, it's gone. You buy it, you post it, it's gone, or you mail it, or whatever it is. So that's one thing, is we can cut out and remove that fat. The second thing is it allows them to connect with their customers more. Our belief is not that we should use our internet marketing to reach the world. Our belief is that we should, one, make it a tool to be able to connect more often and more frequently with our current customers and our strategic partners, people that we refer business and are referred business back and forth from. And two, it is really just to simplify logistics and operations when it comes to disseminating information. So you're going to streamline processes, you're going to reduce time gaps and sales cycles by providing information more frequently and more readily accessible, and ultimately you're going to decrease a lot of costs while increasing your exposure and your time with your clients.
That's great. That's great. Well, I know that well, let me ask you this, because a lot of people have heard a lot of this stuff and they're like, well, what do we do now? So what would you encourage anyone listening or watching the show right now to do?
I would like for them to pick up the phone and call us and talk to us today about what your current position is, and if you don't think you can afford it now, at least start planning and take that minute. So call us, 972-342-5933. There's another number, 214-810-5933. Mention that you heard about us on the Pat Dewar television show, Learning from Leaders, and we'll go ahead and spend that time with you to get you situated.
You don't normally take in just anybody either. I mean, you guys are pretty backed up.
Yeah.
So I mean, in fact, what do you say? You only take referrals or something?
Referrals is it. Yeah, we take a certain number of clients, and then we stop taking clients and spend that time with our current clients, and we are at that point. But we are going to take anybody that calls from your show.
Great.
Absolutely anyone.
Great. Well, we're about ready for a break, and so when we come back, we're going to get into the darker side of the internet. And I'll show you what I'm talking